Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is the new motorcycle and I wanted to do a video today because I've been riding a while now and I think I could give some thoughts that you guys might be interested in, especially if you're kind of getting into riding a motorcycle. So I'm going to compare the two best motorcycles that I feel like are out there, especially one of them's got an amazing value. And that's going to be this Harley Davidson. And there's really two bikes for Harley that you're going to want to look at if you want to take nice long trips. And that's the Road Glide Ultra. And this is the Ultra Limited. So this is the bike that I have now, mostly because I've already had two Road Glide Ultras. And the other bike to consider, and this is the BMW K1600 GTL. Which, if you scroll a little bit further down this video, you can watch my thoughts on that motorcycle specifically. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of background. I really, on my channel, I've never really talked about motorcycles before. So I wanted just to share with you my journey through the different bikes that I've had and maybe give some insight. So I started on a Honda Shadow 750. So I'm a 200 plus pound guy. I'm a big guy, work out 6 days a week, right? I like to lift. So that was a really small bike for me. So I would suggest not starting on a 750. Like most people, I took the course at Bumpus Harley, the Harley course. I just don't feel comfortable having a big bike like this. I mean, this is a 900-pound motorcycle, and when you're going slow, it can be very scary. So I quickly upgraded from the Honda Shadow 750 to a Ducati. I found the engineering of the Italians to be really exotic and cool, and the sound of it, oh, it's great. And I've since had 4 Ducatis. So, but I'll get to them in the progression. So after the Ducati, I got a taste of the speed, right? So then, of course, I wanted to have a super bike. So then I got a Yamaha R1. A 2004 R1 when they came out with the absolutely killer power plant, great looking motorcycle. I found one in red. I just love that bike. That bike changed my perception of speed. Oh my God, it was crazy. Then I ended up going to a Honda Shadow. No, excuse me, not a Shadow. I showed the Shadow. That was my first bike. I went to a VTX 1800. So I kind of went in the opposite direction. I was like, all right, I've had enough speed. Now I want to start going on longer trips and touring when something a little bit more comfortable. But I didn't want to quite spend the money for a Harley. So I spent like $7,500 on that bike. The original owner bought a black one for 13,000 bucks. He put like $8,000 in upgrades. It had everything chromed out to the limit, the power pack, the whole thing, right? Custom wheels. It was a cool bike, and I really enjoyed that. So after that motorcycle, I ended up getting into my first. I think I ended up going actually to another Ducati. That's correct. So then actually not even before that, I bought a Yamaha R6. So I decided to go back to speed. I was like, you know what, this is crazy. I'm kind of bored of this motorcycle, so I went back to going fast on a blue R6. Then after the R6, I decided, you know what, let's go and have something a little more gushy. So then I got my Harley Road Glide. And from then on, I kind of never gone back. I did, after the Road Glide, buy a Ducati 899. Because again, I wanted to go fast again. But from that point on, I've always had 2 motorcycles. And as I've kind of been going through my progression, financially able to do these things, I continue to invest in myself and grow my career. And my wife's doing very well as well. So, this is all a part of that. But I remember back in the day when I had to borrow $4,500 to buy that Ducati ST4, that seemed like all the money in the world to me. And I actually had to go to a credit union to borrow it. Of course, back then, rates were like virtually nothing. So that was nice. So I eventually sold my Road Glide, and I bought a Road Glide Ultra. And the reason why I bought that one is because it was the Project Rushmore. So that came with the Milwaukee 8, the 107, which this particular motorcycle has, and it had the 6-speed, and it had the, this is the boom system, and you know, it's a good system. It takes a little bit to boot up. It doesn't just turn on immediately. So the new system, the 2019s, you know, they have the newer system, and that's probably nicer, but I don't think the 114 or that's necessarily a reason to upgrade, and might get into that a little bit more in this video. So, you know, what I like on my motorcycles and how I ride is I want to be able to just get on, be comfortable, and ride the country. You know, we live in this place called the United States of America, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, we have so many national parks and places to see. And of course, I live in Tennessee, and you can see it's just absolutely gorgeous here. I'm 2 minutes in 3 directions, and I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. So, you know, I'm not interested in getting on here and going to the bar. I want to enjoy it. I want to see the country. So this is the Ultra Limited. From the factory, you get the 107, you get heated grips, you get the new updated windshield and windscreen and the bat wings, what they call this, right? So this deflects air, makes it smooth. You have these little winglets here that you can reflect air to yourself. So fairly cool motorcycle when you're riding on it, all right? The seat, while it does keep you in one position, is very gushy. And they do give you an upgrade that you can get for Harley. It's about $200 for the actual rest and another $100 and something for the kit. So you're gonna probably spend $300-400 to get that. So I am gonna put the seat on it because, you know, when you're doing 500-600 miles in a day, you wanna be comfortable. And then you're gonna get some highway pegs so you can really kick your feet out. And that's really all this bike needs. I mean, it comes with the Daymaker headlight here. I mean, this thing is a really bright headlight. And this right here, also, these are running lights. They're basically fog lights, but you can just push a button to keep them on all the time. Of course, you do that. I do love the two-tone red and black on this. This is called billet silver. You do have tons of luggage. You know, I'm getting ready to go to Utah with my dad, and this thing will allow me to essentially pack for 2 solid weeks and not have to really worry. And the Rushmore, when they came out in 14, really, really easy to open. It's one finger to open, one finger to close. It's got linked braking when you're going faster. I believe it's 20 or 30 miles an hour, then the link braking will kick in, which is nice. It's a good safety feature. It also comes with ABS. So, you know, I just want you guys to know, you know, I didn't start off with the top of the line Harley. And some of you guys are thinking, man, you're in like your early 30s. You know, why the hell would you buy an old man's bike? Hey, in the end of the day, this is the most comfortable machine. It really is. You just want to get on it and go. Now, is it better than the Road Glide Ultra? That's a tough decision. Look, you can see how I sit. So I sit, like this is my eye line. So I'm completely over the shield. Now I see, you know, I can clearly see the gauges and everything, right? This is cool. This is for your headset, which I do have that for my last bike. This is where you can turn on that, the fog lights and everything. You know, the gauges look really nice. At night, they light up real well. But anyway, my point was, when I'm on this bike and I'm comparing it to the Road Glide Ultra, it's heavier, no doubt about it. You have a lot more weight on the actual fairing here, whereas the Road Glide Ultra, as you know, it's frame mounted. I kind of like the way the Road Glide has that little bit more of a cool cockpit spaceship feeling to it as well. Some people hate the way the Road Glide looks. I personally like the way the Road Glide looks. But the reason why I got the Ultra Limited is just because I've already had 2 of them. So I just wanted something different. You know, and the last one got completely totaled. It was not my fault. I'll share a couple pictures here so you guys can see what happened. So my motorcycle journey over many, many years, you know, is not all roses. You know, I mean, people say it's not a matter of if you're going to get hit on a motorcycle, it's when. So I've had that experience. I got hit right actually on this side. So she was coming this way right here, And I never saw her. She failed to yield at a stop sign and nailed me right here. So this got bent, and this got bent right here, and that broke my fourth metacarpal. And then this right here broke my left leg. So I currently have 8 screws and a metal plate here. And then my helmet hit the front of the truck, and then I went launching over the motorcycle fairing on my road glide and landed 100 feet over the guardrail in a patch of thorn bushes. And that was my story. So that was 2017, where I spent 8-9 months of physical therapy to get back on my feet. And frankly, I was almost done with motorcycle riding after this. As you can know, it's such a serious accident. But I decided one day, I was depressed, and I said, you know what, this is crazy. It was something that I enjoyed. I enjoyed going on trips with my dad. But I will say, you know, it was not something I did quickly. It took a long time to recover mentally from it and want to ride again. So I'm back on the bikes now with a new appreciation. So I ride a whole lot less now. Trust me, I was riding a lot when I had these 10, 11 motorcycles. And I also go out in a fluorescent green jacket. And I love it when people make fun of me for it. God, by all means, because y'all don't have an accident as bad as me. And then I go out in this helmet, which gets a lot of attention. These gloves. You know, I'm over the whole trying to look cool on a motorcycle thing. I just want you to see me. I don't want you to run into me again. I will say, if you are in a bad accident, this is the motorcycle you want to be on. It is 900 pounds of solid kick-ass chrome metal. Harley makes the real flippin' deal, guys. They really do. They make a good bike. This whole China Davidson shit you hear is bullshit. All right, they make a solid product. The only company that I think makes a better product might be the BMW or Ducati, okay? Now, I'm not saying that Honda Goldwing and all those other things aren't great, but from what appeals to me, I've never been a Goldwing fan, and I sure as hell don't want an automatic motorcycle. I don't get it. I mean, I want a shift. That's part of the half the joy, right? Same thing with why I have that car right there, which is a 6-speed manual. But anyway, I'm just saying, Harley makes a real deal bike. They're great. They do exactly what you want. They're comfortable. So I promise you, if you look into one of these, make sure you first of all can afford it, because you're probably going to want to buy it. I didn't start with a Harley. I didn't get the hype. It took, you know, the Hondas, 2 Hondas, the Ducati, the Yamaha, a couple of Yamahas actually. You know, it took other bikes. Now check out the BMW, because I think you guys will like that. And for the price, those things depreciate so much. It's unbelievable how much they depreciate. This motorcycle here is got 25,000 miles on it, and wholesale on it, from being brand new at 27, wholesale on this bike is still $16,500. Compare that to a BMW, and you are significantly less. You're talking $10,000 to $12,000, right? So it holds a lot better. Now that's wholesale we're talking here. Now retail, this bike's gonna go for 22 grand, 21 grand, right? You're talking $22,000 after it's been ridden for a couple of years. It's pretty good, right? That's not that bad as far as depreciation. You're talking 25 to 35% on a Harley versus really a lot more. 40% on a Ducati. BMW could be as much as 50%. So, you know, it's just interesting. And I'm not saying the BMW is not an amazing machine. It's completely different than this, that's for sure. But hopefully that helps you guys. I've really loved riding. I really, really do. It's been a passion of mine. I love all the places that I've been. You know, we are going in a couple of weeks to, we're going to go up through Kentucky, Missouri. We're going to go through Kansas, eventually make our way to Denver. Then from Denver, we're going to go down to Moab, Utah. We rented a house. Then from there, we're going to go to Taos, New Mexico, and eventually back through Oklahoma. I mean, that's a 3,000, 4,000 mile trip. And I love it. You know, it's a bonding thing for me and my dad. We ride really safe. You know, we go out all geared up, jacket, helmet, the whole nine, and we don't speed, and we're very defensive driving. So, you know, if you attack it from that, because I'm very conscious, especially because I had such a bad accident, that it can go bad, all right? But I just want to say that in the end of the day, I love riding. I really do, and I love the freedom it brings. You know, there is something about that easy rider kind of vibe that a Harley gives you, but in the end of the day, it's just being out there, trying new foods, smelling new air. You know, everywhere you go has a different vibe to it. And on a motorcycle, you pick up on it. You know, you don't really get that when you're in a vehicle. I love driving my truck. This truck is sick, right? I love it. I think it's awesome. I love driving the car. Of course, it's fun. It's fast. But at the end of the day, this is what I would rather be on if it's a nice day, any day of the week. So thanks for watching my videos, guys. I really appreciate it. And girls, I actually had a couple of ladies who followed me. They reached out to me. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoy the M6 that I convinced your husband to buy. That was a great buy, by the way. And, you know, comment, like, share. I hope you found this. This is me flexing my editing skills a little bit more than I normally do. And I will talk to you guys later. See you on the channel.